Ew. Why'd you get that? And I wish I was that Mew Mew girl. I wish I was that Prada girl. Thanks, but no thanks, mama. Also, there's an orgasm on page 100. Franzen knows what he's doing. Hi, hello, it's your boy Nate. I read books because reading is sexy, and if you're not reading, you're not sexy. Somebody had to tell you. Here with stuff, I have stuff to say, to spew out of my mouth hole. What did I want to say? I got off work early, which is really nice, but as soon as I was about to leave and meet my coworker, because I carpool with them, I spilled coffee all over myself and all over the floor. And of course, I chose today to wear the white pants. Yes, I'm in the same outfit as yesterday, okay? This was too good of a fit not to pass, fit so good I had to wear it twice, and it's probably getting a rewear sometime in the future, but y'all. Also, I have something later, and it will be great with this fit. But yeah, I spilled coffee, and of course I spilled it on my book condom. I don't know if it'll show up, but thank goodness. Let me tell you, protect your books. Because if it hadn't been for this condom, my copy of Crossroads, we're reading Crossroads, Jonathan Franzen, would have been wrecked, but I've kind of wrecked it. You can see there's a coffee stain here. Pages are still wet. Do you want updates? I've been trying to think of a way to talk about this book, because there's a lot happens in this book in terms of character interactions and plot movements and such. So I don't think I'll get into it very much. And honestly, I should just save my thoughts for the end. Also, I'm gonna wear a hat because I don't really like what's going on here. Sunny's book truck. Lit fic. Let's go. We're 227 pages into Crossroads. And last night, I just finished watching Ang Lee's The Ice Storm. Let me tell you, very, very much underrated Ang Lee. If anyone doesn't know, he did Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Life of Pi, but these big blockbuster movies with a tremendous budget and tremendous effects, but this is so subdued, sublime, it's so quiet. And it focuses a lot on basically what we focus on here with these family interactions, men versus women, the hierarchical relationships and places and pedestals that we put people onto each other, and the games that we play. People be playing these dirty games with each other, all focused in middle-class white suburbia. I like The Ice Storm a lot more than American Beauty, I think, if we were to compare the two. But yeah, I'm just sort of trapped in this oddly suburban sensationalism right now, and I don't know what it is. I'm back there. My friend sent me a playlist to hipster indie 2000s music with Generationals, Foster the People, the Wombats, all of that good stuff. Leaky Lee, all of those, all that great music. Feist, I don't know why I'm back there right now. Arcade Fire, I don't know why I'm there right now. Is it because I just left home? Is it because I miss my family? Or is it because Alex from What Page Are You On recently picked up Where I Was From by Joan Didion? And I'd just seen her show, curated by Hilton Als at the Hammer Museum in LA. Just like going back to these California roots. There's a mention of the Tadish Grill in here because one of the characters goes up to SF for, quite a scene, quite a stir. If anyone doesn't know, Tadish Grill, old school, classic American restaurant. You know, you get these like big plates of steak and mashed potatoes and greens, and there's this one plate with like a fried fish, and it's gorgeous. It's just, you know, a place where you have wine or hard whiskey, and it's very dimly lit, and only people from the financial district will have meetings there, and you'll see people with like stuffed manila envelopes under their arms, and just the most prim and proper women there. It's a different world, and there's a very beautiful aesthetic to it, even though I think contemporary society is absolutely exhausted by them. Like, we don't need those narratives anymore, but there's still beauty to it. Much like there's a beauty to David Lynch's Blue Velvet in the same kind of way, just that like white suburbia. From someone who came from the suburbs, I don't know what it is. There's this like constant love-hate relationship with it. I loathe and I love. Every time I think about the suburbs and the people who've stayed there their entire lives and never decided to move out, never decided to move to metropolitan society, like, well, at first I did look down on them, but then whenever I come home, I realize how good they have it too. And maybe it's either, you know, young jealousy that there's so much comfort there. Oh, like, I am so envious of the people who just have like their favorite books and they'll just read them over and over again and not have to bother with like newness or like new releases or new books. But like, if the book does come along, they'll pick it up, and sure, but like they'll always return to their old favorites. I was actually talking about this with one of my friends back home who I visited, who has studied abroad, and we actually met once in Paris and had this like lovely before sunset moment, just like walking through the streets of Paris, going to Shakespeare & Co. And it just, it was beautiful that time. They live in the suburbs now, moved back home. They were just telling me like how they have Dillard, they have Anne Carson. Ooh, maybe I don't know my friend that well. But these series of books that they just read over and over and not have to bother with new books. I wish I had that. And if I ever did form myself into that, it would, for me, personally be Didion and Lispector. Like, I often think, because I move quite often, that I need to have like this traveling library with me, like this set of books that I hold so religiously for myself, like a talisman, something like that. Actually, Katie James and I were talking about it. But yeah, just like this idea of talismans and like talismans as books, and what books ground me, essentially, keep peace within myself. And it is through Didion, it is through Lispector that I wish I could just travel with. But I have a huge mess of books. Didion because it's the suburbs. Didion because it's California. Didion because she did both North and South so well. She had her days at Berkeley. She did her reportage in San Francisco. She lived in LA. That's why I love Didion, because she knew California so well. And it's seeing California through its very different suburbs that, I don't know, speaks to me in some way. That's why I'm enjoying this very much. It's theatrical in the melodramatics that occur between the characters. Perry, one of the boys in the book, reminds me a lot of like a very Louis Malle, precocious child, Truffaut, Romer. Just that, you know, precocious young kid who thinks he knows it all, but just smokes way too much weed. Characters like that, characters that you would see in a Wes Anderson film or a Baumbach film without like the bite in prose, the bite in dialogue. These are characters that I knew growing up in the suburbs. There's this overt romanticism in this book that I don't know if I should romanticize. Like, I don't know if I should romanticize the suburbs, if it's something worth romanticizing. But it's a very much mood read for me. It's probably not the best way to describe it, but because it's so melodramatic in like the American Beauty kind of way that is a mood, the suburbs can be a mood. Because for the longest time I was wondering, why did Franzen decide to go back in time for this? And I finally got to it after 100 pages or so and sort of understand where Franzen was going with this in terms of the Vietnam War, what it means to fight for the civil rights and hippie culture movement. Those are underlying layers of the book. Also, there's an orgasm on page 100. Franzen knows what he's doing. Well, that's enough of this book because I'm not that far, and yet here I am talking 16 minutes up my ass about the suburbs. I don't know. How do people feel about the suburbs? I'm here to have conversations. Let's talk. Are you from the suburbs? Anybody? What do your suburbs look like? What did you listen to? What did you do? How did you keep yourself from dying of boredom? Did you also hang out in parking lots? Skateboard? Anybody? Got that penny board? I'd like to know. Okay, Christmas came early. So this was my mom's old phone case. And it's been nice, I will say. It's silicone and that's fine. Because before that, I was using like a clear plastic case and that would always just like slip whenever I'd like prop the phone to vlog or anything, to do any steady shots. But yeah, so silicone's the way to go, I think. But this one, it's not what I'm looking for aesthetically. Thanks, but no thanks, mama. I decided to get this case from, that's right, AliExpress, because we love AliExpress. I didn't know what color to get, so I got one of those puffy cases. Now you're probably questioning my aesthetics, or my taste in aesthetics. Let me show you. I got it in black, because knowing me, getting a white case, you'd see how dirty my hands are. So I got black. Let's put the black on. Oh, that's it. And it's on. Yeah. It's so cute. It's puffy. So it's got a silicone exterior around the edges. And this very much feels like, how do you describe this? The Michelin Man? If you were to touch the Michelin Man, this is what this Michelin Man has phone. Okay, with that, I was like, I didn't know if I was going to get bored of this color, so I got it in another color. I got it in this sort of other silicone, and it's silicone throughout, but it's this clear silicone. Ain't that fun? It's bubble wrap. That's what I was looking for. It's kind of like bubble wrap. But yeah, it has this like nice, bouncy feel to it. It's just fun. It's fun. It feels nice in the hand. Good grip, because like, you know, you can put your fingers in between the grooves of the Michelin Man texture. But yeah, it's nice. I like it, actually. What happened to me, you know? Don't get me wrong. Right now we're filming with the iPhone 12 mini, and I love the mini. Every time I hold it though, it's like, oh my God, this feels like a toy. What happened to me? I'm someone who enjoyed tiny things, and here I am with like this big honking thing, and now it's chunky. It'll be chunky in my pocket. I don't know what I've turned into. A monster. A monster. Anyway, that's what we're working with. Yes, so we got the two phone cases. Don't you just love capitalism? I need to stop that, okay? I just love stuff. I'm gonna admit it, I love stuff, okay? Who doesn't love stuff? Again, I wish I could be happy with what I have, and I am. But again, it's just like the newness thing. I think that's what it is. It's just newness. I love newness. That's why I buy so many books. And it doesn't help that like books have sexy covers, because then it makes me want to buy them. But then again, you know what? That's what it is. All books need to just have ugly covers so I don't buy them. That's it. That's how the world will fix me if it decides to fix me. I have so many hats. That's what I'm trying to say. I have way too many hats and it needs to stop. I saw this one Miu Miu bag and I've just been thinking about it every day. I kid you not. I wake up and I think of this bag and I want it, but I can't seem to find it anywhere. Like resellers, like retail spaces online and off who sells this Miu Miu bag. And I haven't seen it in stores either. So I've been dreaming about this bag and I don't think I'll ever be able to afford it or get it. So I channeled it through a hat. Ooh, God, I love that. But yes, I don't know if I've talked about this brand before and I'm really sad about it. It's called No Points and they're a Korean brand. I think it's just one guy. But he does these like fun baseball caps that have like, there's a logo mania to it, but he takes the logo and puts it upside down. So this is the Miu Miu name upside down. He also did, I'm sure you're tired of seeing it, but this Bottega Veneta one as well, it's upside down. I've channeled Miu Miu through hat form and yeah, we'll never be able to afford Miu Miu. And I wish I was that Miu Miu girl. I wish I was that Prada girl. And I don't see enough of them. Like, where are they? Are they in hiding? I only ever see them on Twitter. Like, I follow fashion Twitter pretty heavily, but I never see them oot in a boot. You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna keep this hat on. Sorry, Sunnies. Yeah, moment. It's a good hat though. I still love this hat. I bring this hat. This is my like everyday hat. Like coming out of work, it gets pretty sunny. So this is just nice to have. I always have it in my bag. Thank you, Sunnies. Book truck, you the best. Okay, last but not least, let me tell you, the debacle that I had to get through to get this item has been quite a trip, So backstory, there was a sale on this bag on Essence. I bought it. It came in like 2 or 3 days. I opened the box. It's a bag, by the way. Guess it was not a bag. It was not a bag. It was some Paul Smith long sleeve zip up that I was just like, what? How did this happen? How do you mistake a bag for a shirt, jacket thing? So I emailed Essence and I returned the thing and it takes them like forever to get it. Then they like had to issue a refund and that took forever as well. And as soon as like all of that was over, the bag was gone. It was sold out. I was just like, what? And I was just like, I felt so defeated. But I was on Vestiaire, found the bag for literally half the price. Half of the sales price. And condition-wise, it was a pretty good condition. And I thank goodness for Vestiaire. I love what they do with damage control check to make sure like the item is in its said condition. And it was in beautiful condition. Yeah, I love that about Vestiaire. Like they check it, they basically make sure they get it in their warehouse. They make sure the item is said item and then they send it to you and it's just great. I like it a lot. Okay, it is a bag. It is a bag. As if I don't have enough bags. Lemaire. Lemaire. If anyone doesn't know, Lemaire is one of my favorite brands. I think I mentioned them before when I did my Uniqlo U-Haul. Yeah, Uniqlo and Lemaire used to have a collab. And then I think either they didn't have the budget or something, so they dumbed it down to Uniqlo U, which is still great. Very, if you're like into minimalist fashion and basics, all of the cuts and such and stitching is just fantabulous. But yes, Lemaire though, as a brand, has this like very beautiful ethos to it that is like très française, but also like minimalist and like just like overall gorgeous for everyday wear. Are you ready? Are you ready? Look, look, look. Where is the... Okay, this is the front. Okay. It's great, okay? Leave me alone. Let me take this tag off. I'm pretty sure some of you all are probably like, ew, why'd you get that? There was, I wouldn't say a trend per se, I think that occurred last year that went pretty under the radar, which I kind of like. But it was this idea of like the detachable pocket as bag, and I loved that. I think Miu Miu did something similar with their like skirt. There's like this boxy skirt, and Sakai, who also did sort of like this detachable pocket that could turn into a bag as well. And yeah, like 1 or 2 other brands did it. And Lemaire, of course, basically a giant pocket, but bag form. Am I selling it to you, or do I sound absolutely redonkulous? Anyway, let me show you the bag. But yeah, it has this like very nice satchel vibe to it. And it goes so well with my fit. That's the bag. That's it. It has this like very nice buckle strap to it. There's a pocket at the front. There's also a zip pocket in the back. And then this opening here that you can just, you know, store stuff in. Probably not great for big books, but it's like, it's there. There you go. And I love that. I love the accessibility of being able to pull a book out. You know, I think my entire aesthetic is just giant pockets, things that you can like put books in. Hence this pocket. That's a big pocket, you see? I just love any big opening that you can stick a book in, you know? And okay, I've been waiting for the longest time to attach this to the bag. So I went to the Noguchi Museum in New York, and I wanted to leave with something. I mean, I love the man, Isamu, and I love this postcard too. I've been waiting since New York to attach this to this. But let me show you. It's not by Noguchi, it's something that they had in the gift store, but let me show you. It's a little keychain, and I'm going to attach this to this so that I can attach it to the bag. But guess what? It's a bottle opener. Yeah, you see that? There's like a little cranny nook that you can like use to open bottles with. But yeah, I love that. It's kind of cute. Do we like that? I don't know. I think it's a bit much because we have like the leather zipper here and this tassel's quite long. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah, that's the bag. That's the bag. And I love it. And yes, my friend in New York has the same bag, so now we're matching bags. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Be well, do good work, keep in touch. Hi, hello. It's Saturday. We're going into the city. Outfit breakdown. Okay, so this coat, I totally forgot I had. This is the Ader Air coat, spring summer from like a while back, but it's a fun one. Mind the mess in the back, but it's like uneven on one side and longer on the other. It's a fun one. It's fun. It's fun. And yeah, I've been wearing the same black wool coat for like the entire week, so I was like, I should probably change it up. So I was gonna wear something lighter because it's gonna be quite warm today. And I was like, okay, yes, black blazer. But then it just didn't look right with the fit, so I went back to long black coat. It's the default, it's a personality. We got the Recto polo on in brown, white jeans, and of course, bringing out this baby today, our lemaire messenger bag. I love it. I love it so much. And look, it's got a book pocket. We're doing Near to the Wild Heart by Clarice Lispector because we're doing a buddy read with Jessica. Yes, on y va. Let's go. Oh, also doing a hat. This fun no points Miu Miu hat because hair is honestly a bit flat today and it's gonna get even flatter as the day progresses. So bringing this emergency hat. Okay, now let's go. So it's 11. I have some time to kill. I have lunch reservations at like 1. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go to a gallery first, check out some art, and then yeah, maybe if I still have time, probably go to a cafe near the restaurant and then read a bit. But yeah, let's go. And also look, hair is still, it's deflating. At the top, it's deflating. Y'all, it is so hot. I'm sweating. There's a nice gentle breeze going on right now though, so it's nice. But literally thought I was gonna be late from the gallery, so I rushed here. But it said it was gonna take an hour, but it took only like 30 minutes, which was nice. And yeah, I'm just cooling off before I meet my friend. I have got coffee, so we good. I kind of like them. They're like really nice quality too.
Are you talking to me or the vlog?
I guess both.
This is your vlog, by the way, not mine.
Oh, hi people. Hi vlog. Oh my.
You know, I shoot footage for you. You don't use it.
I do.
What the non-talking ones? Like just lemaire.